I'm Michelle Page, and I'm here because I love to travel. I've always loved to travel. And I left home the day I turned 18 from Dayton, Ohio, and I've been traveling ever since.
I first met Lily Marshall online, and she runs the Meet Plan Go events in Boston. And so that was my first introduction to Meet Plan Go, and that was maybe 2 years ago. And then I met George and Lisa, the presenters of the Los Angeles-based Meet Plan Go, at a travel event last month in Century City. And they said, come to this event at Hotel Angelino. And I said, okay, I'll be here. And it's just a great place to network and meet like-minded travelers, people who have perspective on traveling domestically and internationally.
I think somebody on Twitter actually suggested that I find out about Briefcase to Backpack and Meet Plan Go because I had just returned from a year traveling around the world, and they were looking for hosts for Los Angeles's Meet Plan Go in October. And when I was planning my trip around the world, I used a lot of online resources, and so I thought, this would be a really great opportunity to help other people plan to do their trip abroad, because a lot of Americans don't know about the possibility of doing a career break and the ability to travel around the world for a year.
I found it on the internet. I don't really remember why or where. I think I found it because Lisa and her husband were at the World Domination Summit in Portland about 2 weeks ago, which was another event for unconventional living and people who would do crazy things like traveling and give up their jobs and traveling. And I think that's how I found it. I went from their website, from the World Domination website to their Meet Plan Go link.
I think people should be less afraid of traveling, but a group like this, for people who haven't done it yet, is just perfect, because the people I met in there were all interested in different parts of the world, and they were interested in sharing their knowledge and helping people to kind of understand that it's possible. You can rent your condo, you can have someone cat sit your cat, you can, all these things that seem insurmountable can all be taken care of, and this seems like a good support group to teach you how to do that.
What I'd say is that you don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time anymore, because you can ask people who've done whatever you're planning on doing.
I would say, first of all, find a Meet Plan Go event and contact the coordinators. And if you have not done a lot of traveling, contact those who have. I mean, there's a plethora of travel bloggers on the internet and travel websites, and reach out to them. Rather than just looking at their information, actually personally contact them and talk to them, get to know them. Find out more about their trips and find out perhaps they've been to countries that you're planning on visiting.
Lisa is so enthusiastic, and George, her husband, you can tell they really love traveling, and they also like helping people. I mean, he's a speech therapist and she's a 6th grade teacher.
I really like the energy that Lisa and her husband are bringing into the event, and I feel like, the minute you walk in, everybody is kind of here for the same reason. They're all kind of connected, which makes it a very, very stimulating, energizing environment, and really it's very interesting to talk to people, no matter whether they have different travel plans or even some people do have the same, so you can connect over travel in general, but also over very specific questions that you might have, which is great.
I personally love Nepal. I spent 4 months a year there, and I love it so much that I chose, after I retired from my normal business, I decided to start a business in Nepal. And what I do is I help people. I hire artists and do commission pieces, and the people are happy. They commission the pieces. The artists are happy because they get work, and I do pay fair trade prices. I'm happy because I get to go to Nepal and spend 4 months a year there. My husband gets a little tired because he'd like to go somewhere else for a change. But I tell you, I've been back from Nepal for 10 days and I already miss it. I'm going back in mid-October.
So I really was hoping to encourage people to give them that little push to go for it and take a career sabbatical.
and good networking, good contacts, and a lot of sharing of information about trips and people who are taking trips as well.
So we weren't too sure what to expect since this is our first event for Meet, Plan, Go in Los Angeles, and we said go travel, and we also put on Meetup, we said go travel Los Angeles. And we just kept watching as the more and more RSVPs came, and we came up to 80 RSVPs, and we were so excited that all these different travelers looking for information and with information to share were coming to join us. And I think the event was spectacular and was so great for everyone to meet each other and talk about travel.
I thought it was great. People were interested, and I was asking people why they came, like what pulled people in that we didn't know. And the response I got was just travel. They can't talk to their own friends about travel because they're not really into it. But a group like this is just a unique group. They just want to talk about the TV show they saw last night. And so it's a good group, and I got advised to travel quite a bit from different people, like the lady in Cowboy Hat from Nepal and other people we talked to. And talking to people that are more inspired, like we're going to go away for 3 years-ish.
That was impressive. I also like that when we opened it up and one woman said, I need a place to stay in Buenos Aires.
Someone else's life.
And the other person had the place. So I thought that was really special that someone was looking for information and then the answer was there. Or someone said, I want to go to India, and someone else just came back from India. So I thought that was what we wanted, to help start create a community of travelers, that when we're traveling, when we're on the road, that's exactly what happens. We're in Laos on our way to China, and someone says, oh, this is the way to do it. And so we had that. Say we want to go travel.
Want to go travel.